Hi ChatGPT. As the occasion of 15 years of mining the Genesis block or the birth of Bitcoin, I have prepared 10 questions that will ask you. Please answer each one accurately and briefly.
Of course. I'll do my best to provide accurate and concise answers to your questions about the 15 years of mining the Genesis block and the birth of Bitcoin.
How would you describe Bitcoin to someone who has never heard of it?
Bitcoin is a decentralized digital currency that operates on a peer-to-peer network. It allows for secure and transparent transactions without the need for a central authority like a bank. Bitcoin is based on blockchain technology, a distributed ledger that records all transactions across a network of computers. Users can send and receive bitcoins, and the total supply is capped at 21 million, making it a deflationary and finite asset.
How and when was Bitcoin created?
Bitcoin was created by an unknown person or group using the pseudonym Satoshi Nakamoto. The creation of Bitcoin is outlined in a white paper titled Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system, which was published on October 31, 2008. The Bitcoin network came into existence when Nakamoto mined the first block, known as the Genesis block, on January 3, 2009. This event marks the birth of Bitcoin and the initiation of its blockchain.
What are some key milestones in the history of Bitcoin?
1. Publication of the white paper, 2008. Satoshi Nakamoto introduced the concept of Bitcoin in the white paper titled Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. 2. Mining of the Genesis block, 2009. On January 3, 2009, Nakamoto mined the first block, also known as the Genesis block, marking the official launch of the Bitcoin network. 3. First Bitcoin transaction, 2010. Laszlo Hanyecz made the first real-world transaction using Bitcoin, purchasing 2 pizzas for 10,000 bitcoins. This event is now celebrated as Bitcoin Pizza Day. 4. Mt. Gox Exchange, 2010. Mt. Gox, one of the first cryptocurrency exchanges, was established, playing a significant role in Bitcoin's early trading history. 5. Bitcoin halving, 2012, 2016, 2020. The Bitcoin block reward halving occurs approximately every 4 years, reducing the rate at which new Bitcoins are created. It has implications for the cryptocurrency's supply and often influences its price. 6. Rise in market value, 2013. Bitcoin's price surged to over $1,000 for the first time, attracting increased attention from both the public and institutional investors. 7. Introduction of Ethereum, 2015. Ethereum, a blockchain platform enabling smart contracts and decentralized applications, was launched, expanding the capabilities beyond Bitcoin's focus on peer-to-peer transactions. 8. Segregated Witness, SegWit, activation, 2017. A protocol upgrade called Segregated Witness was activated, aiming to improve scalability and transaction malleability. 9. Bitcoin's all-time high, 2017. Bitcoin reached an all-time high price of nearly $20,000 in December 2017, drawing widespread media coverage and public interest. 10. Institutional adoption, 2020s. Growing institutional interest and investment in Bitcoin, with companies and financial institutions adding Bitcoin to their balance sheets, marked a new phase in the cryptocurrency's acceptance. These milestones highlight key moments in Bitcoin's development, adoption, and impact on the financial landscape.
How has the perception of Bitcoin changed over the years?
The perception of Bitcoin has evolved significantly since its inception. Here are some key shifts in perception over the years. 1. Skepticism to recognition, 2009 to 2011. Initially, Bitcoin faced skepticism and was often associated with the dark web and illegal activities. However, as more people began to understand its potential for decentralized, censorship-resistant transactions, recognition and interest started to grow. 2. Early adoption, 2012-2013. Bitcoin gained traction among tech enthusiasts, libertarians, and those seeking an alternative to traditional financial systems. The first real-world transactions and the establishment of early exchanges contributed to its legitimacy. 3. Volatility and Mt. Gox, 2014. The collapse of the Mt. Gox exchange in 2014, following a major security breach, highlighted concerns about the security of cryptocurrency exchanges and the volatility of Bitcoin's price. 4. Blockchain technology recognition, 2015-2016. Beyond Bitcoin, there was a growing acknowledgement of the potential of blockchain technology. Businesses and financial institutions started exploring blockchain for various applications. 5. Price surge and mainstream attention, 2017. Bitcoin's price skyrocketed in 2017, reaching nearly $20,000, attracting mainstream media attention and drawing both retail and institutional investors into the space. 6. Regulatory scrutiny, 2018. Governments around the world began to take a closer look at cryptocurrency regulations, leading to increased scrutiny. Some countries embraced it, while others imposed restrictions or outright bans. 7. Institutional involvement, 2020s. The entry of institutional investors, major corporations, and financial institutions into the cryptocurrency space brought a new level of legitimacy. This institutional involvement also led to a shift in perception, with Bitcoin being seen as a potential hedge against inflation. 8. Acceptance as digital gold, 2020s. Bitcoin has been increasingly referred to as digital gold, suggesting its use as a store of value and a hedge against economic uncertainties. 9. Environmental concerns, 2021. Bitcoin's energy consumption and environmental impact became subjects of debate and concern, prompting discussions about the sustainability of cryptocurrency mining. 10. Ongoing development and integration, 2020s. Continued development, technological advancements, and increasing integration into traditional finance contribute to a more nuanced and multifaceted perception of Bitcoin, with ongoing discussions about its role in the global financial system. Overall, the perception of Bitcoin has shifted from skepticism and niche interest to broader acceptance, acknowledgement of its potential, and ongoing discussions about its impact on finance and society.
How does Bitcoin address concerns about security and anonymity?
Bitcoin addresses security and anonymity concerns through its underlying technology and design principles. Here's how. 1. Blockchain technology. Bitcoin operates on a decentralized and distributed ledger called the blockchain. Transactions are recorded in blocks that are linked in a chain. The decentralized nature of the blockchain makes it highly secure because altering any transaction requires changing the entire chain, which is practically impossible once a block is added. 2. Cryptography. Bitcoin uses cryptographic techniques to secure transactions and control the creation of new units. Public and private key pairs facilitate secure ownership and transfer of Bitcoins. The use of cryptographic hashing in the blockchain ensures the integrity of the transaction history. 3. Decentralization. The Bitcoin network is decentralized, meaning it is not controlled by a single entity. This decentralization enhances security by reducing the risk of a single point of failure. Nodes on the network validate transactions, and miners secure the network by solving complex mathematical problems to add new blocks to the blockchain. 4. Pseudonymity. While transactions on the Bitcoin blockchain are transparent and can be traced, users are identified by cryptographic addresses rather than personal information. This pseudonymity provides a level of privacy. However, it's important to note that the level of privacy is not absolute, and additional measures may be needed for enhanced anonymity. 5. Open source code. Bitcoin software is open source, allowing anyone to review and contribute to its development. This transparency helps identify and fix vulnerabilities promptly, contributing to the overall security of the network. 6. Immutable transactions. Once a block is added to the blockchain, it is considered immutable. Transactions within that block are secure and cannot be altered. This feature enhances the reliability and security of the entire transaction history. 7. Wallet security. Users are responsible for securing their private keys, which provide access to their Bitcoins. Wallets can be hardware-based, software-based, or paper wallets. Choosing secure wallet options and implementing best practices for key management is crucial for individual security.
What are some common misconceptions and myths about Bitcoin?
1. Bitcoin is anonymous. While Bitcoin offers a degree of pseudonymity, it's not entirely anonymous. Transactions are recorded on a public ledger, and with enough analysis, one could potentially trace transactions back to individuals. Privacy-focused cryptocurrencies, like Monero or Zcash, are designed to offer more robust anonymity. 2. Bitcoin is only used for illegal activities. Bitcoin has legitimate use cases and is widely used for legal transactions. While it has been associated with illegal activities due to its pseudonymous nature, the majority of Bitcoin transactions are lawful. 3. Bitcoin is a bubble. Bitcoin's price volatility has led to claims that it's a speculative bubble. While its price can be volatile, the underlying technology and growing adoption suggest it's more than just a bubble. 4. Bitcoin is only for tech-savvy individuals. Bitcoin has become more user-friendly over time, with various wallets and platforms making it accessible to a broader audience. You don't need advanced technical knowledge to use Bitcoin. 5. Bitcoin is fully anonymous and untraceable. As mentioned earlier, Bitcoin provides pseudonymity, not complete anonymity. Advanced analysis techniques can potentially trace transactions back to users. 6. Bitcoin is only for criminals and tax evaders. Bitcoin is used by a diverse range of individuals and institutions for various purposes, including investment, remittances, and as a hedge against inflation. Many users comply with tax regulations. 7. Bitcoin is controlled by a single entity. Bitcoin operates on a decentralized network with no central authority. No single entity or individual controls the entire network. 8. Bitcoin is worthless because it's not backed by anything. Bitcoin's value is subjective and driven by factors like scarcity, utility, and market demand. It doesn't need physical backing like gold to have value. 9. Bitcoin is too volatile for practical use. While Bitcoin's price can be volatile, it has been used as a medium of exchange and a store of value. Stablecoins, pegged to traditional currencies, address volatility concerns for day-to-day transactions. 10. Bitcoin is hacked easily. Bitcoin's blockchain has never been hacked. However, individual exchanges and wallets have suffered security breaches. It's crucial for users to secure their private keys and choose reputable platforms.
What is the significance of the limited supply of 21 million bitcoins?
The limited supply of 21 million bitcoins is a key feature of Bitcoin's design and is significant for several reasons. 1. Scarcity. The finite supply of 21 million bitcoins creates scarcity, much like precious metals such as gold. Scarcity is a fundamental economic principle that tends to increase the perceived value of an asset. With a capped supply, Bitcoin is resistant to inflationary pressures that affect traditional fiat currencies, which can be printed in unlimited quantities by central authorities. 2. Store of value. The limited supply contributes to Bitcoin's potential as a store of value. The idea is that, like gold, a fixed supply makes it a hedge against inflation. Investors may turn to assets with a capped supply as a way to preserve wealth over time. 3. Deflationary nature. The halving events, which occur approximately every 4 years, reduce the rate at which new bitcoins are created. This results in a deflationary effect, meaning the issuance of new bitcoins slows over time. Some argue that this deflationary nature encourages saving and long-term investment rather than spending, similar to how people might hold onto gold. 4. Predictable monetary policy. Bitcoin's monetary policy is transparent and predictable. The rate of new Bitcoin creation is halved approximately every 4 years until the maximum supply is reached. This predictability contrasts with the discretionary monetary policies of central banks, providing users with confidence in the cryptocurrency's long-term supply dynamics. 5. Decentralization and fair distribution. The limited supply contributes to the decentralization of Bitcoin. It prevents a single entity from having undue control over the currency's issuance. Additionally, the fixed supply aims to ensure a fair distribution, as early adopters and miners don't have the ability to manipulate the supply for their benefit indefinitely. 6. Network security. The incentive for miners to secure the network through the validation of transactions and the creation of new blocks is partly driven by the reward in newly minted bitcoins. As the issuance decreases over time due to halving events, the security model relies more on transaction fees, which could incentivize miners to prioritize transactions that include higher fees.
What factors influence the price of Bitcoin?
The price of Bitcoin is influenced by a combination of factors. Here are some key factors that play a role in influencing the price of Bitcoin. 1. Supply and demand. The basic economic principle of supply and demand is a fundamental driver of Bitcoin's price. Limited supply, capped at 21 million Bitcoins, and growing demand can lead to price appreciation, while an oversupply or decreased demand can lead to price declines. 2. Market sentiment. Investor sentiment, shaped by news, social media, and general market perception, has a significant impact on short-term price movements. Positive news about adoption, institutional interest, or regulatory clarity can boost sentiment and drive buying activity, while negative news can lead to sell-offs. 3. Institutional adoption. The entry of institutional investors and large corporations into the Bitcoin space has a notable impact on price. Institutional interest can increase demand and legitimacy, potentially driving prices higher. 4. Regulatory developments. Regulatory changes and announcements can influence market sentiment. Positive regulatory developments, such as clearer guidelines or supportive legislation, can boost confidence and encourage investment, while regulatory uncertainties or negative developments may have the opposite effect. 5. Technological advances. Improvements in the underlying technology, such as scalability solutions or protocol upgrades, can impact investor confidence and influence the perception of Bitcoin's utility and long-term viability. 6. Macroeconomic trends. Bitcoin is often considered a store of value and a hedge against economic uncertainties. Economic factors such as inflation rates, monetary policies, and global economic instability can influence investors to seek alternative assets like Bitcoin as a form of protection. 7. Halving events. Bitcoin undergoes halving events approximately every 4 years, reducing the rate at which new Bitcoins are created. These events historically correlate with bull markets as the reduced supply issuance often leads to increased demand. 8. Market liquidity. Low liquidity in the market can result in higher volatility and exaggerated price movements. Conversely, higher liquidity can contribute to price stability. 9. Technological and security risks. Any perceived vulnerabilities or security threats to the Bitcoin network can impact investor confidence and influence price movements. Security breaches or concerns about the integrity of the blockchain may lead to sell-offs. 10. Global economic events. Events such as economic crises, geopolitical tensions, or financial market turbulence can influence the broader sentiment towards alternative assets like Bitcoin.
What are the environmental concerns related to Bitcoin mining?
Environmental concerns related to Bitcoin mining primarily revolve around the energy consumption associated with the process. Here are key points. 1. Energy-intensive proof-of-work (POW) consensus mechanism. Bitcoin relies on a POW consensus mechanism, where miners compete to solve complex mathematical puzzles to validate transactions and add new blocks to the blockchain. This process requires significant computational power, leading to high energy consumption. 2. Carbon footprint. The carbon footprint of Bitcoin mining is a major concern. Mining operations often use fossil fuels, leading to the emission of greenhouse gases. The environmental impact is exacerbated in regions where the energy grid is dominated by coal or other non-renewable sources. 3. Global energy consumption. The total energy consumption of the Bitcoin network is comparable to that of some small countries. Critics argue that such energy usage is disproportionate, especially when considering the relatively low number of transactions processed compared to traditional payment systems. 4. Mining concentration in certain regions. Bitcoin mining is concentrated in specific regions, often where electricity is cheap. In some cases, this has led to concerns about strain on local energy infrastructure and potential environmental consequences in those areas. 5. E-waste. The rapid turnover of mining hardware and the constant need for more powerful equipment contribute to electronic waste (e-waste) concerns. Disposal and recycling of outdated mining hardware can lead to environmental challenges if not managed responsibly. 6. Transition to renewable energy. Some argue that the environmental impact of Bitcoin mining could be mitigated by transitioning to renewable energy sources. However, this transition requires significant investment and infrastructure changes. 7. Efficiency improvements. Technological advancements in mining hardware and potential protocol upgrades, such as the adoption of more energy-efficient consensus mechanisms, are seen as possible solutions to reduce the environmental impact of Bitcoin mining. 8. Awareness and initiatives. Increasing awareness about the environmental impact of Bitcoin mining has led to initiatives within the cryptocurrency community to promote sustainability. Some miners and companies are actively seeking environmentally friendly solutions and renewable energy sources.
And the last question, where do you see the future of Bitcoin in the next 10 years?
Predicting the future of Bitcoin, or any financial asset, is inherently uncertain and subject to various factors. However, based on current trends and potential developments, here are some broad possibilities for the future of Bitcoin over the next 10 years. 1. Increased mainstream adoption. If current trends continue, Bitcoin could see increased adoption by individuals, businesses, and institutional investors. This could lead to broader acceptance as a store of value and a medium of exchange. 2. Regulatory clarity. Regulatory frameworks around the world are likely to evolve, providing more clarity for businesses and investors. Clear regulations could enhance confidence and facilitate the integration of Bitcoin into traditional financial systems. 3. Technological advancements. Ongoing technological developments, such as improvements in scalability, privacy features, and Layer 2 solutions, could enhance Bitcoin's functionality and address some of its current limitations. 4. Institutional involvement. Institutional interest in Bitcoin may continue to grow, with more companies and financial institutions incorporating Bitcoin into their investment portfolios or offering related services. 5. Evolving financial ecosystem. Bitcoin's maturation may lead to the development of a more robust financial ecosystem around it, including decentralized finance, DeFi, applications, lending platforms, and other innovative services. 6. Integration with traditional finance. Bitcoin could become more integrated with traditional financial systems, potentially leading to the creation of financial products tied to Bitcoin, such as ETFs and other investment instruments. 7. Global economic uncertainties. Economic uncertainties or crises could drive increased interest in Bitcoin as a hedge against inflation and economic instability. Bitcoin may be seen as a safe haven asset. 8. Energy transition. Concerns about the environmental impact of Bitcoin mining could lead to a shift toward more sustainable mining practices, including increased use of renewable energy sources. 9. Broader crypto ecosystem developments. Developments in the broader cryptocurrency ecosystem could impact Bitcoin's role and market dominance. The emergence of new technologies and projects could influence the overall landscape. 10. Challenges and adaptations. Bitcoin may face challenges, both technical and regulatory. How the Bitcoin community and developers adapt to these challenges will play a crucial role in shaping its future.